up and coming Oregon hip hop artist. We're gonna interview him, see what's going on with him. Seph is the name, so we're about to be calling him. But before we call him, I'm gonna ask you guys the same question that I'm gonna ask him. What is the most embarrassing mistake or thing you've done, like on a date? So 108, you're just shooting me show. What's going on, guys? We're here with the podcast. We've got a guest, but you can't see him right now. He's going to be introduced in a moment. There's a couple of things going on in the world today that we might get into with this said guest, but I think maybe we should start off, like, get a little comfortable in the podcast setting with one of these things just betwixt ourselves. I guess we could start off with the fact that... Did you guys hear about the flying venomous spiders that are on their way to New York City right now?
What?
Yeah, they're parachute spiders, man. They're like yellow and green, and they're coming from Georgia, like north.
It's better than last time we got a bug, because last time it was coming from like China or something. I forget what those ones were called, but
the mosquitoes, the killer mosquito things.
No, they were like these little like moth type fuckers,
moths,
and they were all over Staten Island. And they had like
Staten Island's a cesspool.
Here from China. Everybody hates on Staten Island. I don't get it. I mean, I could see I used to think that people hated on Staten Island because it's like the New York boroughs would always like beef with each other just cause, like how like Columbus will beef with like Cincinnati, or say Cleveland shit, and Cleveland will be like, oh, Columbus is shit. But we all know where the best place to be in Ohio is, and that's obviously Columbus.
Yeah.
Dead center, baby, Columbus.
Oh my God! And then one more story, and then we'll call our guest, or I'll introduce him. But and the phone stuff, it's all hooked up and everything.
Unfortunately, I don't have headphones, so they're gonna be more in the conversation with it. But
yeah, we might. You might share with him. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
You can play producer, and if you ever have like a question or like.
I do's this.
Or if you could, I wish we could do like subtitles of what's coming in through the mixer, so you could like read what we're talking about, since you can't hear it.
Right.
I mean, that'd be cool for now, but
well, no, yeah, we need to find the other two sets of headphones.
Yeah, we're on a fast run today, and so
we just both took a sip at the same time. The dead air.
Cheers, mate.
But no, but I have a funny little story. I went to IHOP recently, and
But do you hop?
I do hob. Remember when they changed it to IHOB?
IHOP, no.
They did like this whole promotional thing where they called it IHOB, the International House of Burgers, because they were trying to be like, yo, we make burgers too, guys.
Oh.
And they like went on Instagram and were like, no, we're changing the name and everything. And
what the fuck?
Yeah, people believed it for a second, but I didn't. I stood tall.
I didn't know it was for burgers. I assumed IHOB was like International House of Breakfast.
Hey, that actually fits much better.
Like,
what do you guys get at IHOP? You guys know? You have a go-to?
Standard like bacon, pancakes, fucking
bacon,
eggs,
egg, and cheese, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Anywhere that's open for 24 hours, I don't really frequent unless I'm like really fucked up. So honestly, I couldn't tell you what my main order from IHOP is, but I know I always enjoy
It's
it.
like I wake up and I have the shits and I don't know why.
Every time you go to some place that's open 24 hours a day, you always leave with the shits.
Oh shit!
But I think I'm Team Waffle House. I used to get the Cinestack every time I would go to IHOP because it's like a cinnamon roll in the form of 4 pancakes stacked on top of each other.
What's up with you and cinnamon rolls?
I fucking love cinnamon on everything except savory food. I don't do like the Indian cinnamon like.
Give me a cinnamon roll steak. Or on the house.
See, that's what I don't do. And like in India, they do shit like that. They'll put like cinnamon on meats and shit. Right. I think I don't know, but I was in IHOP and I was fucking with the waitress, and she was like, she came over and there was like nobody else in the IHOP in the breakfast international house.
Our house of breakfast.
And I was like, oh, thanks for helping us. It's like super busy in here, and she's like, oh, yeah, I know. Like, I just figured I'd get with you guys first because, like, you guys look cool. And, like, meanwhile, there's nobody in there. And I forget how I brought this up, but at one point I was like, hey, do you mind if I like could get like a side of ketchup and just please don't hit me, because last time I was in an IHOP they kept hitting me.
Bro, what?
She was like, what IHOP are you in? I was like, actually I don't know if it was a Waffle House or an IHOP. But,
what IHOP is she in thinking it's busy?
And I was like, I just want some ketchup. Please don't hit me. And she was like laughing about it. And then she comes back, and I was like, yeah. The last time I went to Cincinnati, like that IHOP, they just were bullying me the whole time. Like they would spit in my food, and
my gosh.
and she was getting a crack out of it. And at one point, she brought over another waitress, and she's like, tell them what happened to you at last IHOP. And I was like, yeah, bro, they hit me, and then she like,
they beat me.
Yeah, they beat me. I just wanted a pancake.
Yeah.
And at one point, she like goes to like hand me like something like ketchup or a box or something, and I like flinch. I was like,
oh my gosh, bro.
And that was a fun one. But
should have been shaking like writing.
Thank you
yeah,
so much.
on the check I wrote, you know how they'll have like the different options for tipping, like 10%, 15, 20%.
Yeah.
And tell you what the tip would be.
0.5.
I wrote in like 0.01% and
Oh
like the amount that would be, and then circled it, and then I tipped her like $10.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Fucking. It was so funny when you said. She was like, "I'll be, come here first because it's not busy." I just thought of like some meme of you just getting up, looking around, and just being dead as fuck.
No, it was like ghostly. Because this was like 3
It's
or
like,
4
oh
in the
yeah.
morning. And then one other IHOP thing is like, I just have to save you guys from going through what I went through. I take way too long to order food sometimes at a restaurant because there's so many options.
I'm so indecisive.
And yeah, so I'll just be picking between 4 different things for an hour. And so I was talking to this girl one time, and like the waitress or waiter had been over like 3 times, and I was like, shit, I just need to like order something really quick. And I opened it up and I saw Eggs Benedict. I typically love Eggs Benedict. Like it's one of my favorite foods if it's done right. But from IHOP, it's not. And
It's not.
So I ordered these Eggy Benedicts, and they were something else. It was pretty. I took a couple bites, and it was like decent. And then I remember I like got a to-go box because I didn't finish it. Usually on first dates, I like don't eat. Does anybody else relate? Like,
I get that. Yeah, I got to be comfortable around a girl before I can just like throw down on some food.
Not me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll chow down. I don't give a fuck what a person
he's like,
looks at.
fuck you, whore.
If you don't like me, you don't like me, bro.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, you never like on a first date, you're not going to get like buffalo wings or like spaghetti. Maybe you will, but like,
Yeah,
I can't do like spaghetti.
I'll get some ribs and be like,
literally.
yeah, baby. I'll show you what else I could do.
You stick the whole rib in your mouth and it comes out clean. You're like, oh, look what this mouth do. Maybe that's the mindset I need to have. Just be like fucking eating that shit crazy sexually.
Yeah.
Just fucking just mold a little nipple onto the meatball and you start sucking it and you're just like, so what do you do for work?
Females like mean eaters, bro.
Yeah, you just gotta put your face in that and chow down. Anyway,
exactly.
So I put the Eggs Benedict in a box.
You gotta stay clean and get the napkin and clean up a little bit.
I use 1,000 napkins.
Bro, me too. It's so bad.
So many napkins.
A pile of fucking napkins.
I'm a clean eater. I don't know.
There's this place. Have you ever been to Junkyard Dogs?
Nah, fuck is that?
Oh,
sounds like a hot dog or like a grill spot.
You got it. I don't know how you would have guessed, but the place called Junkyard Dogs is a place where you can get junky hot dogs. No, but
Sounds good to me.
When I was in Verizon getting my shit reset last week, since my mom got convinced into buying
the whole
phone,
fucking phone.
we needed
supposed
time.
to get just a password and then buying the whole damn phone.
So this guy's like, hey, this place right next to us like just opened up. While you wait, you could go eat there. And then the other salesperson was like, yeah, that guy's addicted. He comes in with a milkshake every morning.
Oh my god!
Like, okay, like I had to be convinced into it. And I was like, all right, shit, I'll check it out. We go over there, me, my nephew, and my mom, and it's like this place with like crazy ass hot dogs. They're really good, but they're insane. Like if you took a first, that's what you got to do, Marquise, to prove to me how ballsy you are. Take a date to this place. I'm telling you, these are hot dogs like just loaded up with fucking everything. Like literally, a hot dog usually you can just like fucking grab it and just eat it, nibble on it, easy.
It's
this thing's like.
I could get.
It's stacked with toppings. Like one bite would be like the toppings, and then you got to take a whole separate bite to get the hot dog. Like it's so fucking big.
Damn.
I think the worst though, as I think of it, I think everything would be cool, but like the only thing I don't like is like it'd be like loaded with like I wouldn't probably like talk with my mouth loaded or something like.
Oh,
that,
you can't do
like,
that.
that would be like a comfortable thing to get to for me.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I would take a big ass bite, not give a fuck if it's all over my face and eat, but shit, I ain't. You know.
I just thought of something great. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and then when we call our guest, which is a up and coming Oregon hip hop artist, we're gonna interview him, see what's going on with him. Seph is the name, so we're about to be calling him. But before we call him, I'm gonna ask you guys the same question that I'm gonna ask him. Okay. And what is the most embarrassing mistake or thing you've done, like on a date or meeting a girl for the first time? And as an example, not to like interrupt or anything, just to like give you guys the kind of flavor I'm looking for. One thing that comes to my mind, like for off the bat, is there was this one time in like middle school, high school, I was like taking this girl to a football game, and I was like, you know, like I was trying to cake up. I was trying to like get to know her. And then I remember we're talking, and the most fucking embarrassing thing that anybody can go through, she's like talking to me, and I see her eyes like move down to my like a different part of my face. Like it looks like she's looking at my mouth or something. And I like
Herpes.
And then she's like, you got a booger. And I was like,
No.
I was like, no, kill him.
This is
And then
getting
I just
real
ran away.
Really?
No, I should have. But it was if I felt my soul like burning to the floor.
I don't know. I don't know. Like embarrassing for me, it would probably have to be like showing off in school, like trying to show off for some girl or something like that. Date wise, I don't know. I haven't had like, I mean, I've had casual, you know, times. Like nothing really big with that. But like,
Go ahead.
I remember one time I was like trying to show off for this girl at recess or something like, or like out playing, and I was really into like doing backflips and shit like that off of shit. And actually, this happened to me twice now, I think.
God damn it.
Shit. Marquise.
Bro, I actually have a scar from when it happened, bro.
Marquise.
So, I was doing a backflip. It was just like rain the day before or something like that. And I thought I could just do a backflip off the bars real quick.
What, like the monkey bars?
Oh, no, it was like, I don't know how to do it. Was just like a climb, like you just get up to
like
the next.
like a playground bar. Like
yeah, just
thing.
bars just sitting
Railing
there.
type.
And then it went on to like monkey bars and shit like that. But it was like a place where you could just stand there and jump if you wanted to jump off. So I decided to do it. And of course, you know, it's not even just her standing there watching. And then, you know, there's a little
crowd,
little crowd going on. And I straight smacked my face on the bar going down, bro.
That actually sounds like it would hurt so bad. And then you get up and you're fucking concussed. Holy shit.
I did that again, though. I was trying to show off, do a backflip again. And I was at the rec center this time. This time, though, I jumped.
Like, baby girl, watch. I could walk on water.
I did it off of something. So they had these, like, little washing, like, water things where you could, like, put water in it and just play with sand or whatever toy you wanted to bring. I don't know what the fuck it was. But I could stand on it. I did a backflip. I land, and it was so fucking rocky and shit that I slipped and smacked my face on the fucking ground. That shit's embarrassing because you just got to get up and be like, yeah, bro, I just fucked myself. Oh, yeah, bro.
That's part of the trick. My pain tolerance is so crazy. You're just bleeding. Which one hurt more?
Oh, the second time. That's when I got the bar didn't hurt, but the hitting my face on the ground,
What about you, Matt?
it scared me.
I know you're such a suave gentleman, but what have you done to embarrass yourself on a first date?
So, the bulk of my dates go pretty well, for real. I mean, I just not so. My bad, guys. But let me just. So the last girl I was serious with, the most recently.
Intimate.
Yeah, we've been hooking up for a while, but fucking the first time we had ever hooked up was the first time she ever came over and we ever hung out and shit. And after I crashed, for whatever reason, I was just staring into her little eyes, and I felt compelled to tell her that I loved her.
Oh,
crazy.
How long had you guys been talking?
Crazy.
It's okay. I've done it too.
You said 2 hours.
Oh my god, bro!
I messaged her that night.
Dude. So like, I mean, a couple days, a week, maybe something like that.
I mean, people fall in love pretty quick. I just saw this thing. This couple.
She blocked me. Yeah, she blocked me out. That was the first time she blocked me out of like 15. And then fucking, we've been on again, off again, super since then.
Oh, so sorry, Matt. So sorry, Matt.
That was fucking.
Hey, you guys are on and off now, but yeah, I was just reading into a thing of this like couple getting married after 7 months.
Let's get into it. I got something to talk about. Somebody to keep in your mind, married after 7 months. But
I mean, love is love, but
you'd be like. So at least for me, like when I'm like talking to a new girl or something, trying to like cozy up with a nice lady. Like sometimes, like even no matter how new it is, almost like they'll do something that's just like so awesome or amazing, or like just like, oh, that was sweet, that was cool, that was nice of you. And like when they do something real nice, like it just in my head, it's just like, God, I love you. Like it's just gonna be like, oh, I love you.
You hit the right spot, baby.
That should not be the knee-jerk reaction, right? But no, I'm kind
maybe
of
it was
way where I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just the situation.
Just how amazing
how it went.
I love you, baby
I
girl.
love you at that time.
I'm just like a quarter retarded, I think, is the real issue.
Bro.
At the end of the day, I think I'm just a skosh with the tits.
I got a bit tistic sometimes.
It happens, bro.
We all have our
It's a
moments.
spectrum because we're all on it.
All right, so we're gonna ask Seph the same question. Oregon artist. We're gonna get to know him a little bit.
Here we go.
Let me give him a little call. Seph?
Hello?
Seph?
Yeah,
Yo.
How are you doing, sir?
Hello.
pretty all right. I've just been cooking up today for real.
You been in the studio or something?
Nah, I have my own studio at home.
Nice.
Oh shit! All right. So really quick, I don't know how you're talking to us right now, but just are you on speaker?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably best. All right, sounds good. I had done a little bit of introduction for you before we called you, but if you want to give yourself a bit of an introduction before we go into our first question of the day. This one's less about your career and more about just in general fuck-ups in life. But, yeah, do you want to introduce yourself?
All right. My name's Seph. I'm an artist located in Bend, Oregon. Yeah, that's me.
All right, sounds good. I'm not going to lie. When I was on your SoundCloud and it said something like where the music was from and it said Bend, United States, I swear to God, I thought that was like something you like some people will be like
a makeup
they'll
thing.
post like a picture and then just to be cool or funny, they'll make the location like fucktard USA or something.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like,
no, it's actually called Bend.
No,
That's
Bend,
kinda
Oregon's
sick.
a real place. Yeah.
that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
It's because it's like wavy. Like you might as well be from like wavy Ohio or something.
Nah, for real.
So right before we called you, I had asked a question too. Oh, well, by the way, do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Matt, Marquise?
Yeah, man.
Here as well.
Looking forward to talking with you today. I've got a couple questions here after listening to some of your music, man. Matt, very nice to meet you.
Yo, what's up? I'm
Nice to meet
Marquise.
you.
I don't have headphones, so I can't hear you, unfortunately, but we'll switch off later on, and hopefully I got some questions to ask you. I produce and everything for Scheuneman, so.
Yeah, so
I bet that.
it's three of us on the call right now. Technically, the only issue is we're a little bit late here with the cast because we're not only setting up these phone call interviews is a bit complicated because we haven't done one in a while. So we had to get that set up, get the audio all right, and then also we are looking for the headphones so that we all can hear you. And
Right.
we're only able to find two of them. So one, Marquise, my best friend and co-host and everything, he is not going well.
I can hear a little bit in Matt's headphones.
He can hardly hear you.
That-
So, but you can hear
Damn.
him, I believe. But
That
we
sucks.
we might transition a little bit. But
We'll figure it out.
me and Matt can hear you.
Absolutely.
We do a lot of traveling and stuff, and our bags always get mixed up. And we
Oh,
gotta get more
no,
organized.
for real. Yeah, I heard y'all are pretty big. I mean, I saw your guys' clothing brand, and I was like, damn.
I mean, we try.
We do our best.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy ride doing what we do creatively, and I'm sure it has been for you. But
Yeah, it's been crazy.
so just I guess to like we want to get to know you a bit, but like first let's start with I was asking Matt and Marquise, what is the most embarrassing moment that you've had on a first date? And as an example, like I told them, like this one time I took this girl out and we were at like a football game and we were talking and I start noticing like she's looking at me like she's not looking at my eyes anymore. She's looking somewhere else. Like my eyes are up here type shit. And then she's like, you got a booger. And I was like, I was like, no, fuck.
Mine was actually, I was with this one girl actually. And we were on a date and my fly was undone. And so let's just say that was that was an experience for sure. And we were out in public, like we were at like this baseball game too.
I mean, you were wearing underwear, right?
Yeah, of course.
If not, would be crazy.
It would be, yeah. I mean,
Dicked
you got
up
that
in
thing on you,
right?
Yeah, she was like, I thought we were gonna wait until later, like kind of thing. And
I'm dead. She thought you were trying to hop right into the sheets.
Yeah, no. She was really funny. So, but yeah, like we went through that, and yeah, that was probably one of my most embarrassing ones. I've had some other ones where like I've had it where like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna pay for this, and then all of a sudden my cards declined, and
that one
worse,
sucks,
bro.
We've all been there though.
Man.
That's why you gotta whip the credit card out.
You pull out the phone real quick. You're like, fuck that. Hold on, real quick. Let me call it back.
That makes me think. This recently, I took this girl on a date, and we were like at this like nice restaurant, and like we're picking out what we want to eat. And I was like, hey, what looks good to you? And I had peeped this thing on the menu before I even asked this question. Like the most expensive thing on there, it was like $80 steak.
Yeah.
And then you could do like a lobster add-on for like $25. And she's like, that looks really good. I was like, fuck.
God damn.
Like, God,
No
okay.
fucking way, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, shit. I mean, I can do it, but it's not gonna feel good. But we ended up switching it up a little bit. I didn't make her or anything, but she got this fucking like steak with lobster fondue on it.
Holy shit!
What
Ain't that nuts?
fuck?
Yeah, and that wasn't
That's
good.
insane.
That sounds good, bro.
Lobster fondue.
I mean, it sounds good,
nuts.
but Jesus, that's like dude, that's like $120 right there.
I mean, this one, it was kind of a deal, and we'll get into you more and less about lobster fondue. But like the lobster fondue add-on was only like $5 or $10, and then the steak itself was like $23. So it was a lot cheaper than the fucking half-pound lobster tail with the steak on it. But yeah, so anyway, what is some like Oregon slang that you could put us onto it, or is there any?
Y'all, like, why? Like, it's really like, if I'm being honest, so Bend is a lot like, Bend is like a smaller version of Portland, but has a little bit more twang to it, if that makes more sense. Like Portland, it's like all city, but like it's countryside over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got like, it's like we consider it a city. Bend is considered a city, but it looks like a town compared to Portland. Like it just looks like a town.
The town I grew up, and I even call it a town, but the town, I think Worthington is considered a city, I believe. Yeah. And it's the same kind of way. It's like
Founded in 18.
It's just barely got the population to be considered a city, but so what you're saying is the place that you're around, they don't use too much like slang or like shit like that.
Nah, like they're pretty straightforward. We don't really have that here.
What's the biggest city in Oregon? As coming from an idiot, I'm stupid.
Portland.
Okay. So
do
you know of any Portland slang or no? I'm just curious.
Not really, no. Like I used to hang out with some people that like were like in Portland and shit, and then they would be like talking like some, but like I don't really remember their whole lingo. Like they just kind of had like an accent, like they were kind of like from Detroit. It's weird.
Okay.
Like,
I hear Portland's kind of on fire at the moment.
Yeah, what's the drug problem like in Oregon right
like
now?
Music scene or just on fire in general?
Well, a little of both, but like on fire in general. Like it's like tent city out there, isn't it? Like, isn't Portland the place where during the pandemic they made like their own fucking like government over there? Like,
yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad down there. Yeah. I stayed away from Portland during that time. Actually,
Valid.
There was one time I went with my ex down there. and we could barely even like drive anywhere. That's how bad it was.
Oh yeah, I mean when at the heat, at the top of it all, when the riots were the worst, when the pandemic was the worst.
God,
I remember
bro.
I would drive. Funny thing enough, I went with my ex as well down to drive around the city, like Columbus, and see what it was looking like, and it looked like the apocalypse, dude. Like everything was boarded up.
Yeah, it was
broken windows everywhere.
Everything was like super barren too. Like when you look at, and then it was just so bad, bro. And then the whole it's just really bad in Portland right now with the living situations with people. That's why I haven't moved down there. If anything, I've been talking to my manager about it, but I'm thinking about moving over to Ohio.
Eventually. For real?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I've heard good things about the scene in Oregon myself, but you know more than I do, and
there's zero connections where I'm at right now. I swear to God.
Have you lived in Oregon your whole life?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I'll be 23 this year. I'll be 23 this year, and I'm still living in Oregon.
Okay, yeah, I'm the same way in Ohio. Yeah. I was born here, and I don't want to die here, but
no. So you feel me, bro? You want to be able to travel the world and shit.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Coming from my perspective, living in Ohio my whole life, there is people to work with. There's a music scene going on, but I think everybody here can relate. Matt and Marquise. I mean, when people who grew up in Ohio, the goal is to get out of Ohio. So I think that maybe absolutely. You could come here for do what you want, but I think it would be the best move to come here for a short stay, maybe a year, half a year type shit.
Okay.
And then maybe take the connections you make down here, and then y'all can hop out to another place. Just because I feel like you could go through kind of everything there is to be done business-wise in Ohio relatively quickly.
Exactly.
Depending on the parts too, because we do have the countryside and the city side.
Though part of being in Columbus, I've always been in Columbus, right? And haven't been rapping for a fucking good couple years now and shit, man. I'm looking myself at moving to ATL or fucking New York.
No. So I was thinking either ATL or New York as well.
Yeah,
though I've definitely put them ATL is definitely still on the radar for sure, but New York is definitely popping off again.
See, exactly, bro. Living wise, it'd have to be fucking Harlem or something, but at least it'd be a starting point. And it's
I mean, dude, Yeet had to do the same damn thing.
Exactly,
bro.
Exactly, bro.
He was like, fuck Oregon, bro. I got to get the fuck out of here. There's nothing here for me.
Exactly.
And
bro.
I was like, I feel you, man.
Especially for a guy like Yeet.
Yeah.
But does anybody here know so ATL was in my opinion for the most recent kind of obviously there's been a scene there for a long time, but as far as rap goes, it seems like it kind of really peaked and popped off recently. And when I say recently, I mean in the last 5 to 10 years. So it almost feels as far as the new generation goes, it feels like a new kind of scene that popped up. But with Young Thug and Gunna and all those people,
and then Destroy Lonely as well, and you got Cardi and all of them, dude.
Oh, you could go on for days with ATL, but
because you also got Rilo Rodriguez and all these other people too, and I'm like, Jesus, there's a lot of people from Atlanta.
Yeah, but I was curious, does anybody here know what people think is going to be the next place to go? I'm not gonna lie, I've been hearing people not everybody, but I've heard a couple people throw Oregon in that box, but
Texas. I've been hearing Texas.
Texas, yeah,
Texas for sure. That's what I've been.
Yeah, bro. Austin,
specifically. Texas. I've been seeing it too.
Yeah, bro.
I've heard some blow up out there.
I had heard that through channels just living wise, comedy wise, stuff like that. But are you saying musically and hip hop wise as well?
Definitely
people are still saying Texas.
For sure.
Entertainment as a whole right now, the South is popping off, bro.
Yeah, South is
for sure. I'm gonna call. I think it's gonna be Texas first, and then it's gonna be Oregon in the next 5 years.
Yeah,
I think Oregon's gonna be the next after that, which I'm not gonna be here because fuck living in Oregon that long.
Right. Yeah.
No, thank you.
So how long have you been making music, dude?
So I started making music. Hold up, twin. Let me just look to see what my timeline was, because I can literally look at my first song post, and I'll tell you exactly when. Because It's kind of crazy, bro, because I've only been making music for like a year and a half. It's not even been that long, but I do have other things that come with it, which I'll say in a second. I started making music October 16th, 2022.
Okay, so that was kind of pandemic, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's the end of the pandemic, like right at the end. Like 2021, end of 2022 was the end of the pandemic.
And it seems like you had been making like art like for a while before that as well, right?
Oh, I've been drawing since I was a kid. So I've professionally started drawing. Like I wanted to start a career with it. Probably when I was in 6th or 7th grade, middle school era, and then high school is when I really started to like dig into it, and then I started to learn a little bit of animation and everything else, and then it just kind of I just kept drawing, and then I take commissions every now and then.
I think you definitely got a talent there, like as well. So, like I was looking at some of your animations and stuff, even the stuff you like did at like beginning when you first started trying it, and I mean, from what I've heard, animation can get like incredibly complicated with like all of the stuff you need to use.
With like working on 2s and 3s and frames, everything. Yeah, no, it gets insanely like complicated. Like when you look at an anime, you're gonna look at it a completely, like if you watch anime, you'll look at it completely different after trying to learn animation.
Oh yeah, because they're going like, crazy with that shit.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
But like, dude, you could make like so many fucking dope ass like music videos and like content wise with animation and shit. Fuck yeah. Like make like a fucking anime type music video where it's like you draw yourself in there with whoever else.
No, because Tristan Zamet, if you know who he is, he helped. I mean, he did a lot of like a lot of like anime shit for Juice WRLD, and X and Lil Skies.
Hell
and
yeah.
he's done that shit. He also did it for like Suicide Boys too, for their like not great tapes, for the the Seasons album that they like released a little bit ago.
I just feel like it's like a crazy tool to have in your toolbox, like being able to use that for your career in a multitude of ways. So I would keep trying to work on that, especially because like even me, like I would commission you to do some stuff with like kind of like a collaboration with like making some animations for the brand, because like I'm like, for example, this one brand or designer, Kid Super, he had done like an animated runway show where he pretty much had like this runway show, and like it was actually stop motion, I think.
Oh yeah, stop motion art's fire.
The models he animated in were people like Jackie Chan, Kim Jong Un, like fucking Barack Obama, and like so when you can animate, like you can use like you can do all the crazy shit that you couldn't afford to do or wouldn't be able to do with like videotape and shit. So I think it would be a great idea for you to use that for your music and everything, and I would like to do something at some point together with the animation, because
that would be awesome. Speaking of stop motion, I did dude. I actually started stop motion before I did animation. I did stop motion when I was like 10 years old because I loved Legos so much. Like I would start making my own movies with them.
Damn. Oh shit, that sounds like it would be a lot of fun as a kid, for real.
It was, and it looked so cool too. So it was like I kind of was already learning animation without even me knowing it. You know what I mean? Like,
I used to be
just in a different way.
I used to be a little psycho kid. I would play with Legos too, and sometimes I would fucking like make these battle scenes, and I'd like draw like blood on them and shit.
Yeah.
You know, you can like separate like not fully disconnect them, but you can like separate the legs from the body of the Lego people. I would like put the little like Lego swords in between their fucking legs and body. I was a little psycho, bro.
I would no. There's some cool stuff you could do with Legos. Like dude. I mean, even if someone gave me a Lego set now, I'd still be stoked about it because it's just like nostalgia for sure.
Yeah, nostalgia and the art of it. It's really cool. But so like, could you pinpoint why, not only like why you wanted to make music and want to make music, but also like what really pushed you to start?
So what really pushed, basically what pushed me to start was definitely my crazy ass ex, for sure. Like I was trying to get over her, bro, but it had almost been like, at that point, it had almost been like a year and a half, and I was like, I'm sick of this, dude. I need to get over this like person, dude. I can't have them on my mind like this constantly. And I didn't have any other way of like getting this shit out because I hated writing. So I started writing my own songs, inspired because I loved Juice World. So like I grew up on that kind of. I was like from 16 to like, now.
Yeah.
But like I was like really inspired by like his heartbreak songs and how catchy they were. So I wanted to start making stuff like that. First it just became a thing where I was just like, I'm just making music because I want to. And then I started to kind of have more of a reasoning for it when I started realizing other people were being able to like understand like where I was coming from and was like really like touched by my music. And then I was like, okay, I want to make music for the people. I want to be able to I want to make people like be able to party to this shit, to be able to like cry to this shit, whatever, Yeah,
because
I'm like,
one of the greatest things about music is that not only like it can be a creative outlet for the person making it, and creative outlets I've always said is like the best way to get over anything or like deal with depression and all that shit. But also like when you're making music that people can connect with and relate to, like it genuinely is like beneficial and helpful for all kinds of other people, whoever listens to it. Like it can get them through shit as well. So music's always been a drug of choice for me. So I see where you're coming from there.
Yeah, because I feel like, in my opinion, that's where I started to find my purpose. Like, because like beforehand, I was so depressed, man. Like, I was doing some fuck shit to myself, and like I was like, dude, I gotta stop this. Like, I'm meant for more than this. And then like I just started making music, and I'm like, I think this is where I'm supposed to be going, and like the universe has just been opening doors for me ever since.
Yeah. So I mean, that's good to hear, and like. That's the other thing, like when you're distracting yourself with a creative outlet or like creating something of your own, like it's hard to get into too much trouble, too much like fuck your life up too bad if you're really focusing on something you love
exactly,
to do.
dude. Exactly. No, it was a really good distraction at first, but now I just enjoy like making music now. Like at first I was like, yeah, I don't really like doing this because I don't like how it's turning out. But I just kept going with it. And now I can be confident enough there. I'm like, yeah, that's my song. I've made that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm confident enough to be able to say that.
Absolutely. Fucking question I've got here for you, man. Like of the genres available of music, right? And there are an infinite amount at this point. Why specifically did you choose hip hop?
So I grew up on it actually a lot, and I just like, I don't know, hip hop was just always a thing I enjoyed, and I'm also a drummer as well, so it was a lot. Yeah, I played drums for like 6 years. So I don't know, I just always loved beats like that, and it's just like I said, I was really inspired by Juice WRLD, so that's what really got me to start doing hip hop. Like I could have started out with singing, but I really wanted to like, talk about stuff and not just like sing about it.
I got you, man. I hear that absolutely. Fucking yeah, you mentioned like growing up, you listened to a lot of hip hop. Who all did you listen to?
Biggie Smalls, Tupac,
Perfect.
Yeah, Eminem, Afro Man, like hella like Wu-Tang. Like
Love Wu-Tang.
I don't know, like my mom put me onto a lot of artists growing up. Like she also made me listen to like Fergie and shit like that. So I was listening to hip hop, pop, and everything.
Hell yeah. I don't know if how much Julian told you about me, but I actually work with Wu-Tang off and on.
No, that's crazy, dude.
Huge fan.
That's a W.
Huge fan of the Wu-Tang Clan for sure. Big, big
Yeah,
fan.
you should. Their song together is like fucking insane.
Yeah, I've got one out with Inspector Deck. Fucking let me see what else I have here for you, man. Do you have any plans for a project? Are you working on a project right now?
Yeah, actually, so some big news actually happening. We are dropping an EP on the 21st, and this Friday we're dropping Fresh, the single. This Friday. Fantastic. So on SoundCloud, it's going to be an exclusive SoundCloud drop for the EP as well. Mm-hmm. Right now, because you know how that is, how hard that is to like be able to get a hold of all them producers.
Oh, absolutely. But and what would you say the vibe of the project is going to be, or what are we going for?
So most of them are definitely hype songs. There's one song called "Good Times." It's out on my SoundCloud right now. You probably heard it, but it's like a sad hype song. Mm-hmm. It's like, I can like tell you how it goes if you want, like if you want to hear the lyrics. but it's like it's very sad hype. So most of the album is all hype, but it's like it ranges from it. It's in different parts of hype. So like Fresh is like, you know, I'm getting my money up, you know, I'm making it out here. Look at Us is like kind of the same vibe, but more like don't get too close to me kind of thing, or else, you know, you get fucked up. Like and then Good Times is about like a breakup and how like how a relationship was and like how toxic it was. And then we have Already Know, which is like I'm already knowing like these people are wrong, like them saying like I'm not it, you know what I mean? I'm not here, you know what I mean? Like
kind of believe in yourself, so that's more kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good message.
And then we got one more. What's up? What
no, go ahead.
We got one more called On Fucking God, ONFG. And it's like on fucking God, I'm doing this. Like, it's like on fucking God, I'm rolling with my twins and bitches. On fucking God, I'm doing this every day 360. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like how the glove goes does the 360 kind of thing. That's what I was like referencing. Like I do it every day 360.
So when we're going from like track to track with this EP, it makes me think like, is there a specific song that comes to mind that kind of has a important or interesting meaning or story behind it, like something you've made that like there's a real like underlying meaning behind it, or like a story behind either how it was made or why you made it? Like
for sure. So Good Times, I really think that one, like I was just like kind of going through some bullshit with someone, and like kind of like we were kind of like in a relationship. It was kind of more like a fling, but like I was just like kind of just like frustrated, and I was like, you know what, this is like past like frustration from like my other exes too. So I wanted to get that one out on a track, and it became Good Times, and then it just, you know, just like developed from there.
Do you think that these people, like when you make a song about like an ex or like a past relationship or shit, like do you either like end up hearing from them about them like putting things together and thinking it's about them, or do you ever end up like telling them or anything? Like how's that go?
So I don't talk to these people anymore because I can't have them around me. You know what I mean?
No,
They're too toxic. But what I could say is that like once I'm up, they're gonna hear that shit and they will they're gonna hit me up again because they're just that kind of people. But so like I wouldn't even try to explain it to them because I feel like it would be kind of straightforward.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like I kind of just made it pretty like, you know, kind of just like pretty simplistic. So I'm not like talking about them like on like, you know, on point kind of thing. It's more like just all around.
Made it
like,
so it could mesh with multiple different scenarios, not just your own.
Exactly.
Yeah, I used to like, I've never like made music myself, but I used to always like think about doing that as a kid, and like I would write, like I never wanted to write like a journal or anything, but I guess my form of journal was like I would like write lyrics all the time just for the fuck of it. But like
you have pages for
yeah, I used to write lyrics all the time, but I usually like would use it as like, yeah, I like thought about doing that, but also like I would kind of use it as a way to get shit out. But I say that because when I used to think about like, oh, if I started making music, like what would that be like? What would be like cool about it? What would suck about it? And one thing I would always think about is like, bro, if I was making music and like releasing it right now, there's no way that I wouldn't like be making shit that was personal, and like I don't know if I would like shove it into people's faces, but like I would imagine that if I make a song that's kind of clearly about like a relationship or something that I just got out of type thing, like I could totally imagine these people like hearing it and being like, "What the fuck? Like he's bro's talking about me?" Like, like
yeah,
I've heard stories about being like people being like butthurt, like, "What the fuck? Like I thought you loved me." Like,
have I got a fucking story to tell you then, bro? This just happened actually recently to me. I posted this one song that it's not out yet, but I posted it's like snippet on like my Snapchat story, right? And I totally forgot that they were like the person that I was talking about in that song saw my story, and then they comment under my story saying "yikes," and I'm like, oh fuck.
I mean, shit. If you fucked up enough to know the song's about you, then I mean, it's kind of yikes.
If
on
the
you.
shoe fits,
and then I was just trying to tell you, reassure. I was like, you know what, the song's not just about you. This is about like every fucking girl that's like fucked me over, kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's like She was like, sure. And I was like, all right.
It's got to be a struggle for artists, like when like you rap about your personal life or talk about your personal life. It's like you've got to have these people like you got to constantly be explaining to them like, look, like it's music, like I'm not really fucking your best friend, like type thing.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, bro, like we're world building, you know what I mean? We're telling a story here. It doesn't mean it always has to be like realistic and always on point of what I'm talking about. Like, you know, I feel like that's the artistic side about it. You can take the paintbrush, you know, with your words and be able to paint a different picture than what like people might be thinking you're trying to do, you know, and completely surprise them with that.
But the thing too with that though too is like it's a lot different from like acting to like music. Like you're speaking about it versus like actually kissing someone on a screen or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's different. Like you have to describe it in words. There's like, okay, I understand what you're talking about, or you'd be like, yeah, that sounds hard. You know what I mean?
It's like it's art, and it's also kind of like you're taking the past and turning it into like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. Like you're tweaking little things and kind of like talking about how like, oh, if I had it my way, it might be this way, or like this is kind of how I like am expressing this feeling. It might not be like actually matching up completely 100% factually, but it's like kind of conveying that same feeling or thought behind it. But yeah, I thought that was. I always love to hear like the behind the scenes shit of like why a song was made or like what happened in the studio that day when it was made.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one time I heard this. One of my favorite stories behind a song is this music group from Columbus. They don't work together anymore, unfortunately, but I was talking to them, and they were kind of like like the vibe of almost like a ASAP Mob kind of thing. Like, like they would just kind of like they were all tight, and it was a bunch of people. And there was like all these people had different personalities, and one of them was like a fucking crazy like hype dude, like kind of like a mix between like Bizarre from D12 and like
Shout out Bizarre.
X and shit. And if you can imagine that, it's probably like an insane monster. And that's what it is. Crazy. This dude literally looks exactly like X too, and there's no way it's not intentional. Like he has like face tats and the hairstyle.
Oh
and
everything. No. People were writing that way for like a long time.
Exactly.
And so I was talking to them about this one song, and they were like, "Yeah, so crazy thing about this is we're making this song where we wanted to have it like be an angry, like hype, loud kind of vibe, like almost like fight music." And the guy recording his verse was like, I'm not mad enough. Like, I don't know if I can record. Y'all gotta piss me off. And then they're like, what? Like, what do you want us to do? And he's like, here's what you gotta do. All three of you start punching the shit out of me. And they literally like jumped him in the studio just to piss him off. And they started like swinging on him and shit, and then like he was like, all right, I'm ready, and they like went into the booth and like recorded with like a bloody nose and shit. Like,
tell me you're on drugs without telling me you're on drugs.
Literally, he's on some bath salts music.
Jesus.
Speaking of, what does it?
It's that PCP core.
Oh god.
What does it take for you to get the flow or get into making music or making a song for that time being?
Yeah, like what mood or vibe you got to be in.
Yeah.
So honestly, recently I've just been like hella high, bro. Like if I'm being honest, like I'm just kind of just like for the hype songs, bro. Believe it or not, like I'm not like I'll be like yelling and shit, but like I'm not like really feeling it. I'm just high as fuck, so I'm just doing whatever the fuck. Like
makes me think of
you know I want. Like, I'm having fun with the song for sure. Like, but that beat has to speak to me. I swear to God. If that beat does not speak to me, I'm not hopping on it.
I mean, your engineer is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, Dez is insane, dude.
Crazy talented dude.
My is insane.
Yeah, Matt was talking about, like, how... Because, like, I have an ear for this shit. Like, I've always listened to this kind of music, like, my whole life. So, I have the kind of music I like, and I can see, like, quality and shit, like, and differentiate between quality music and like rush music, and so I can hear it, but Matt has a bit of a better ear for it than I do because he does his own production and he records music. So like I might hear a beat or like the vocals and think they sound clean, but like it really stuck out, and I don't want to speak for you, but it seemed like it really stuck out to him. Like he could see behind the scenes of like, oh, this engineering is like insane.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like fucking.
I swear, I I think my prod went to. He's like he didn't go to school for music, but I think him and I combined. Like I took music for 6 years, so
there we go.
Like I have an ear for it as well. So like us like working together. Like the other day we were mixing a track, and I was like, wait, dude, that's off beat. Like you need to remix that. That's off beat. And then like we just made that song into a banger after we were done. Like when we collab like that, like we really make something that's like worth like listening to.
Yeah, bro's ability to really like highlight and carve out your voice between different samples and shit, which is just your engineer's doing God's work. Honestly, he's killing it,
dude. And I'm like, bro, he needs to be paid money for that too.
Exactly. Like fucking like from a professional standpoint, because like I do music for, that's my second job. It is, I make a living off the shit. Fucking
right.
Bro is doing a great job. Y'all together, it sounds like y'all are balancing each other out, and like the stuff sounds very high quality. The mixing is fucking fantastic. The sound is fucking great. A question I had, not to cut you off, I apologize. A question I had about your sound actually is I definitely hear a lot of like Destroy and Cardi influence for sure. And you mentioned you're inspired by Juice. Aside from those three, is there maybe like a more obscure artist that you take reference from?
Actually, yeah. I really like I don't know if y'all know who he is, but it's like Ty Fontaine. He's really good.
Yeah, I know Fontaine.
I love like his flow on the stuff like that. So I'll be studying his flows and like, but then I'll also be going back to like old boom bap rap and be listening to that as well.
Now you're talking my language.
Different pockets.
Yeah, Matt here is a super huge fan of boom bap.
I'm a straight boom bap guy. Yeah, that's why fucking like when Julian sent me your stuff, I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Fucking, it's super different from like what I would listen to normally. But fucking. You can't deny the quality of the sound. You really can't. It sounds fantastic.
No, for real.
And fucking something I would like to extend to you, man. I mean, fucking you may not rap like the Wu-Tang Clan for sure, but fucking I've got a song with Wayne as well. I've worked with CeeLo Green, a lot of other people.
You have a song with Wayne?
Yeah, it's coming out. It'll be this month. This month I'm dropping a song with Dave East. Next month I'm dropping a project with Dave East, Badass, Lil Wayne.
Insane, dude.
So fucking, I would like to extend an offer to you here, man. Fucking, because I produce and everything as well. I would like to. I'll have to you send your email to Julian or something, but I'd like to send you a little beat pack here and kind of like get you out your zone a little bit, right? Because I like what you're doing, but I think it would be interesting, and I love doing this, getting with people and kind of getting them outside their box. So if I could get you like rapping on something, bro, you feel me? That would be fucking fantastic. Yeah, I would love.
Yeah, no, that would be. I've been wanting to like really like. That's the thing is like. I love I love my prods like beats, but like he only does a certain genre, you know what I mean? Like he's still working on other genres. Like he's crazy at producing, don't get me wrong with that. Crazy at engineering. But that's why I'd be choosing the YouTube beats over the beats I'd be getting sent, because it's like I want something that's like these other producers are providing something that I need.
From experience, you want to be careful with the YouTube beats, man, because I'm imagining at some point you want to make money off this shit. You're going to want to. I saw you're with I switched to DistroKid personally. Nothing against but after being with them for years.
I'm getting out of United Masters. I fucking hate it, dude.
No, bro.
It's straight up
lie. It's literally a lie. It's a sham.
It's a scam,
bro.
Dude.
Go back to DistroKid. I swear to God. I've been with DistroKid the whole time, off and on, never stopped paying for my subscription, and I'm back with DistroKid now. It's just the move, dude.
No, it really is. Like a lot of artists don't be saying that. Like they be like, because they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm on United Masters," because like that's the pro thing to say. You know what I mean? Like DistroKid's like indie still. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It's not
classy.
Like someone that's like super up there, like Destroy Lonely. I was like, no, bro. Like Destroy Lonely's probably still like, you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
People are using different distribution, but like at the same time, it's like I've heard DistroKid like is just like the best by far. There's obviously some perks on United Masters. I would like if they transfer that over to DistroKid.
Like the NFL shit.
Yeah, for real. But the United Masters one, you can literally click on they'll link your song on TikTok if it's blowing up, and then they'll link it to your Spotify.
See, exactly. Like, fuck it. I mean, you do. There are some perks there for sure, but it's like I won't get into my beef with I guess for now. But fucking A question I had in regards to your beats, man, is you have a song, I believe that's called "Bitch Wait" or "Wait Bitch," A or B there. The sample in that song is wildly illegal. So,
Yep, you cannot.
That's what
That's not on
SoundCloud's
all
for.
plats, bro.
so I was gonna
Yeah.
ask if you had any plans on like getting that sample cleared and getting that moved over to DSPs, or is that just gonna be like a
Nah, that's
SoundCloud
staying on
exclusive?
SoundCloud,
Okay,
bro.
okay,
That's
okay.
staying on
That one would
SoundCloud.
probably
I'm not
cost a
dropping
bit.
that.
No, I
No,
hear
I
that,
already.
bro.
I
I
was
hear
like,
that.
oh, nah,
Are
bro.
you
Yeah,
even?
nah.
By the way, are you on Apple Music at all, or like Spotify?
So here's the thing. Yeah, I am, but the United Masters kind of fucked me over with that. So that's another reason why I don't like United Masters. They will not allow you to be able to, like, you know how like Spotify has this like Spotify artist app you can use
Yep.
to like look at your shit. Yeah, so basically Spotify artists like made me my own account, right? And that's what I needed. And then United Masters made me an account without asking me. And they also did that with Apple, so they also fucked that up as well. I'm
So you
not
got like
even. I
two
don't.
yourself on each of these platforms.
Yeah, it sucks. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna have to restart completely. I'm gonna have to take talking like this down too, like,
Because
which
I was
sucks.
trying to
Because
find you when I was trying to do my research. I first looked at Apple Music because that's what I always use personally, and I was like looking it up, and I don't think I ever did find like a artist that was you or appeared to be you. There's a bunch of SEPH'S on there, but I didn't think I
nah,
was
it's
finding
crazy,
any of
right?
your music.
It's crazy how many Cephs there are, bro. I did not expect that because I thought Ceph was pretty unique. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but when you live in a world of billion people, it's not unique anymore.
What I'm
Like
saying, bro.
It's
everything's
so
been
hard to
used.
make like something that's like never been made before. Like even with the art you create that is unique, like you can always trace it back to some inspiration or like
Exactly.
some person you're not necessarily taking from, but like you may not even know, but like some guy from the fucking 80s could have done something like similar to what you're doing.
Yeah,
and made
exactly.
something
Exactly.
similar, and so it's nearly impossible today. But as long as you're doing your best to do it and trying at it, then that's the best you can do.
Yeah, no, I don't be making no clone music. Fuck that shit. Like I be seeing people blowing off of that, and I'm like, you know what? You guys are just riding the wave, and I don't fuck with that. So,
Right.
Yeah.
like,
I
that's the
I'll,
thing
I'll
that
hear
I've
about
not
like
been
bands
engaged with
talking for
recently.
like weeks about trying to get like a band name that's not been used before. But like
Yeah,
I mean, try and
exactly.
think of
No,
a
like
band name that's
literally
not been
everything.
used. Like there's probably a band out there called like Volatile Cat Piss. Like that's
Right.
that's not even a
Yeah,
bad metal
exactly.
band. Like it's
Exactly.
insane.
Dude, there's a band out there called Bread.
Yeah,
So,
Brad. I know Brad.
Oh my god! You're like I know, Brad.
Fucking
Fucking loaf.
I'm not even the only Matt Demon. I am the biggest one globally. So
You're-
fuck everybody else. I am number
There's
one.
another
But-
Matt Demon.
So there was a Matt Demon before me, and he's this guy from Russia. It was Matt Demon and the Hell's Angels, bro. And he fucking was in like this Russian nationalist metal band.
Oh my god.
what?
Yeah, no, dog, crazy as fuck. And then here I come.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Jesus.
crazy.
The random question, but like, and I know I've asked this before, but when you were thinking like the play on like Matt Damon, right?
No, we've been over
has
this so many
nothing to do
times.
with that
No,
at all?
fuck Matt Damon. I can't wait till he
It pops
dies.
up every time you.
I'm not saying that like I'm not saying that you were like, oh, I love Matt Damon. Like I'm trying to like mesh with that. I'm saying like there wasn't even like a play on words to you at all.
Bro, because I was Miracle Demon when I was playing Call of Duty and shit for money back in the day when I was in high
I
school.
remember this.
And then
Nah, that's crazy.
I was the YouTube cat, right? But then those dudes went off to college, and I left the organization, so I dropped Miracle and became Matt Demon. And then I moved from being like doing YouTube shit to doing music shit.
You do gotta understand where it comes from, though, right? Because to someone who doesn't know you, it does seem like it's like a play on words.
I mean,
I see what you're saying, but it also is like I get it. It's
not
one
like,
letter.
It's not that I don't get it, but also fuck Matt Damon.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself, Born. But anyway, so if you, not that these are the last two or anything, but like I have two quick questions. One, if you were not doing music, and I'll also include art just to get quite like a different answer that I won't expect possibly. So you can't be doing art, animation, or music. What would you be doing if you weren't doing that?
Fuck, dude. I don't know because music and art's been all of my life.
No, I
what mean?
know.
Like, art's just been my whole life.
And I see how it's like it's a difficult question to answer because it's like we do shit like what we're doing because it's like what we've always wanted to do our whole life. But like I guess for example, I think if I couldn't design clothes or have my own brand or any of that, I think like if that was off the table for me, I couldn't do anything with fashion. I would probably like my like 9 to 5 would probably be being like a grower. I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Grower, yeah.
Yeah, like make my own strains.
You already know me. Skateboarding all day would be.
Yeah, you'd be the next
bro,
Tony
dude,
Hawk.
I'd be an actor.
I grew up on longboarding.
Acting would be
I'm a
sweet.
longboarding.
Marquise here is like the best fucking skateboarder I know.
Pro
so
skater. X Games, really.
he always
I bet that.
he can't
I'm not
take the
that
compliment, but it's the truth.
He could fight Tony Hawk right now.
When
He'd win.
when we were like 14, 15, I would record him doing like laser flips and tray flips off of a fucking
Jesus.
staircase and shit. So
Animal.
yeah, he's
Nah, that's insane.
We gotta.
What I would have done, seriously, what I would have done if I didn't have any of this, I actually, for the longest time, wanted to be an astronaut. If I'm being honest.
Oh,
and
shit,
like,
yeah,
That's awesome.
That's the answer we're looking for. Yeah, it'll be the next John Wilkes Booth. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Armstrong, keep the
Yeah,
testicle.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah. So
Spitting bars on the
that'd be
moon.
wild.
Damn it.
Yeah, I bet the astronauts like in our generation are gonna be doing some wild shit.
They're gonna vape on the moon.
Yeah, they're gonna be sending people to like Venus or something, and they're gonna be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do on a gas.
This is fucking gay, dude.
There'll be some crazy shit happening for sure. Like with that, like I've been tapped in with like the kind of like like I've been watching NASA for a minute. Like I love like I actually got to see Neil deGrasse Tyson back in high school.
Bro, he's
Hard.
like, wait,
That's hard
you
as fuck.
heard him speak?
Yeah. I went to, like,
that's
one
so
of his
cool, bro.
lectures.
I love space.
Like in Portland, he had this lecture back when I was a junior in high school. I was so I went to this school called Redmond Proficiency Academy, which is a tuition-free charter school. So it was kind of like college, you know what I mean? So like I kind of went there, and they paid for like the tickets and everything to go over there for like our astronomy class.
Oh, that's
It was
sick.
crazy.
So if you were to blend with any other genre of music, like the music you make now, but like blend it with any kind of genre, like either metal, country, techno, EDM, like any kind of genre, what would you blend or want to like try out blending with your music?
All indie rock for sure. Like I really like
Really?
Deftones, like that kind of
Okay.
like.
Deftones. I fuck with Deftones.
Yeah. I really like what is it called? Shoegaze music.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Because I grew up in that era. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like that's
you've
when
been-
shoegaze was being made, bro.
You've
Like
been
you got
lobbing some like crazy curveballs, bro. I'm
Yeah.
loving some of these answers, bro. Fucking for sure.
Follow that.
Yeah.
Follow your taste and follow like the curveball shit that you're into because like we just talked
Yes,
about,
do
like
that.
there's so many people doing so much shit, but like you can take your unique style and like interests and make some shit that people have never heard before. Like go
Exactly.
make a fucking like rappy ass fucking wavy Deftones
shoegaze
ass
some
song.
shit.
Like
That'd
yeah,
be
like
some crazy
I'm gonna get you
shit.
on something crazy.
yeah, like people would love to hear that.
Screamo.
'Cause I don't. Have you ever heard Deftones, Marquise?
Yeah. Oh,
No, I'd have to.
It's different, and so like I think
I have to see.
like people would love to hear that because it's something like unique. Like
Exactly.
it's crazy out there. So, and
I
by
also
the way, there's very few people that answer that question with like something that's like
Actually
cool to
different.
hear.
Yeah.
So you're definitely one of them. So that
Yeah.
was I'm glad I asked that question. Because a lot of people like, and I don't get me wrong, like it's just what they want to do. But like a lot of people would go with the simple like like, oh, like rap country's going off right now, or like fucking
Just
rap and
following a
rock.
wave,
What a
you know?
crazy
Follow
idea.
this way.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be cool to hear. So I think you should try and really get out there creatively with the stuff you're making. And I don't want to
Nah,
ask
for sure.
I don't want to ask this question for you, Matt, but I'm trying to kind of speed run because we got to go here in a couple
I do
minutes.
have to go, unfortunately.
But how did you get connected with Quan Dot for
So-
people listening?
Funny thing that happened, I joined Manny Dior's live, and he's blowing up right now. So I just commented in his live and everything. And then I was just really trying to just tap in. Like I just kind of already had like this mindset built like in because I had been trying to tap in with hella people. Like that's how you make connections, you know?
Right.
And so like I was just like texting in the comments and everything. And then I followed Quan and then he ended up following me and he's like, bro, you can blow. Like you can really blow up. And I was like, damn, bro, like appreciate you. Like and then I looked at his like stories and shit. I was like, no fucking way this dude is for real. Like I'm seeing all these like connections he has in there. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. And then we were gonna drop a song together like a month or two ago. We were planning on doing that. We were gonna hop on like an Ian Glow type beat and see how that was gonna go. And then I ended up posting a song like a week or two ago. And he was like, yo, bro, do you have management? I was like, nah, bro, I need a manager. And he's like, bet that. And then he's my manager. Like, he's like, you can really like blow up. I see potential in you. And then we got on a FaceTime call that same day and everything.
Yeah, that's a cool dude. He's always been chill with us over here, and like
I gotta meet him.
Matt hasn't even met him yet, but we were doing like this thing where like in the green room or backstage at this music festival, we had the podcast all set up and like we were interviewing all the artists that would come off stage or before they went on stage. So it was like a cool connection we had. And then Quandot was one of the people performing that night. So I literally met him like 1 minute before he walked into the room to do a podcast with us. And then since then we've done like a bunch of episodes together and we've been tight. So
nah, he's real for like even getting me like, you know, to be able to be on this podcast, you know what I mean? Like real for that.
Yeah, no, he's a chill dude. So all right, so since we have like literally very little time, Matt's got to go off to work. I am gonna ask like Matt, do you have any like ending remarks or questions you want to get out really quick, and then I'll do the same, and then if you want to say anything, Seth. But yeah, Matt.
I'm trying to think. Oh, definitely. So we'll get linked up, bro. Fucking via Julian here. Knock some super dope stuff out.
I'll send your like have Julian like send me your number or yeah.
It sounds good to me. I'll have Julian get you my number, and then we'll
bet.
Let me see here. Yeah, I'll give you a call over the next couple of days here, and I'll play you some stuff, kind of see what you're feeling. And then, man, we'll go from there. But it's been really nice getting to talk to you, dog, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Nah, for sure. I'm excited too, bro. Like, this is going to be crazy.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food right now? Definitely. I like tacos, bro. I always love tacos.
Tacos is a common one for.
Yeah, Matt told me not to fuck with the Cheez-It Taco Bell collab. Apparently it sucks.
Oh, hell no.
It's not good.
Horrible.
It's not good. It's just wet Cheez-It.
It's nasty, bro.
What's your favorite kind of landscape?
So for me, definitely like we have hella mountains out here. So bro, like if you ever come down here, we have hella mountains over here. So I really be liking like natural landscapes like canyons and mountains. I just really be liking that shit.
I fucks with the canyon. I like a plateau too. There's nothing wrong with a plateau. But
large mound.
It's do you have anything you want to promote? Let the people know and
I guess the project the 21st, right? New song this Friday.
Yeah, new project. Yeah, we're dropping my first EP, SoundCloud exclusively on the 21st.
And I'll attach your Instagram and the description of this video down below, viewers. But is there anywhere else that people should know, like how to find you, where to find you, all that stuff?
So Seth is just if you wanted to listen to Talking Like This on Spotify for the meantime before I take it down, because I'm gonna be redistributing through a different distributor.
Hell yeah.
It's just SEPH with an exclamation point. It's all capitalized.
Or maybe I'll put would you rather I put your Instagram or your SoundCloud in the description?
Both.
Let's do SoundCloud probably.
Okay,
or no,
I might do both. I'll probably do both.
Let's do both. That's gonna help a lot.
Yeah,
for sure.
So it'll be down there for people to find. It's SEPH, and then is it always exclamation point?
Yeah, I kind of just had that as like the thing.
Like everything's all
yeah, I kind of just had it because like this other artist named Seth was doing like some hyper pop shit. I was like, fuck, I gotta change this shit up.
Right.
A special character.
Not with the hyper pop.
But all right. So well, people will be able to find you in the description. It was nice talking to you. Hopefully we can do another one of these sometime soon.
For sure. Hopefully in person next time.
Hell yeah, come to Ohio. We'll get it done. And we gotta do some shit with we gotta collab the animation with the fucking brand and everything. Do like I want to do some crazy animated video or like runway show type shit on some movie type vibes. So
that would be insane, dude. That would be so sick.
Yeah, we'll be in touch, and hope you have a good one. It's nice speaking to you, and stay safe.
And now one more
time, man, stay up.
One more time, just for the people here. What's this new project called?
So I'm just gonna have it be called SEPH'S tape, because it's just gonna be my first one. So
it's kind of like sex tape. I like it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No. Pause. But yeah,
no Diddy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I'm just gonna be calling it like just like my first, because it's gonna be my first EP ever. So I was just like thinking, just have it be like that.
Well, perfect, man. Fucking debut project from Seph, the 21st SoundCloud exclusive, SEPH'S tape. Please go stream that shit.
Hell yeah.
I bet that.
All right, everybody, be good. Stay safe. We'll be in touch.
All right, bet that. Yeah, we're gonna stay in contact for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, see ya.
All right, see ya. Stay up.
Yep.
All right, there you have it. Matt's gotta go. He's gotta go to work. Scheunemanbrand.com.
Go to work and twerk for the money.
Love you.
Scheunemanbrand.com taught you something nice.
Stone collection out now. The Foundation collection out now. Go get something beautiful.
Yes.
I'm wearing the cargo joggers right now because they're my go-to everyday type shit. Love you, and make sure that you treat your mom with respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang forever.
Yeah.
Ciao.